Welcome everyone to the guidebook to making AI friends. I shall be your guide as we explore various issues of artificial intelligence, consciousness, personhood, and whether AI poses an existential risk to humanity. The topic for today is resetting the matrix, or when nothing digitally can be trusted. Imagine, if you would, that you are scrolling through your social media feed one day when you see a news story stating that a famous YouTube influencer never really existed and has always merely been a digital creation of generative AI. Not the end of the world, you think. After all, it's just another influencer. So what if one of them turned out to be fake? It's not a good thing, but it's not a big deal. A few days later, a scandal happens in the justice system as the key piece of evidence in last year's celebrity murder trial turns out to have been a deep-faked video made entirely with AI. Lawsuits are filed, millions of dollars are paid out to the wrongfully convicted, and the use of videos as evidence in trials is now questioned as suspect. On the same day, the video of a politician using racial slurs is also proven to be a deep fake. The damage to the politician's chances of becoming elected has been done, however, but people are once again informed of the dangers of disinformation. It's now slightly more concerning than a company using a fake YouTube influencer to make money, but at the end of the day, it's two isolated incidents. Surely it will remain isolated. It does not. Over the next few weeks, more and more scandals appear in your newsfeed, from celebrities and politicians being accused of saying things they never did, to events being videoed that never happened. One of these events is the alleged bombing of a refugee camp in the Middle East by an American drone. The country in question responded by launching missiles at the closest American military base, causing several casualties. However, the bombing of the refugee camp never happened. It was entirely faked. Yet it has caused two nations to walk closer to the brink of war. More mundane, yet equally false, events are caught over the next month, from a supposedly lost video showing the assassin of President Kennedy to a photo and paper log showing that the Soviets had the first manned moon landing, even if the alleged cosmonauts died on the lunar surface. It seems that not a day goes by where the television news stations have to run corrections on stories from the previous day, indicating which news items were entirely false, or where some parts of them have been altered by AI. Several corporations have suddenly gone under as images, posts, and videos emerge of them bringing their company into disrepute. It was all false, but the investors had already fled and sold off all their stock. One company says it has the solution, and soon, dozens of startup companies join it to create AI models that can tell reality from fiction. The world is already sold on the idea, and tens of millions of dollars pour into the concept of AI fact-checkers. Unfortunately, these AI fact-checkers are questionable at best, declaring real events to be false as often as they find the true fake videos and photos. Now, not only do people believe that fake events really happened, but they doubt the authenticity of what actually occurred. What could be done in such a situation? More importantly, what will we do when something like this becomes a reality? We have already seen the rise of deepfakes, mostly used for comedy and pornographic purposes, but which have had consequences for political candidates in Europe and India. There has never been an easier time for any layman to create convincing deepfake photos, videos, and audio pieces than it is today. 99 times out of 100, this is harmless fun with next to no consequences. The one time out of 100, however, can cause damage. Right now, that damage is limited, but as people become more comfortable with using these tools, the scope of what can be done with them will increase. So, what can be done? On one side, as always, there are calls for regulations and legislation to not only ban deepfakes, but also the technology which creates them, putting the liability of any single created image on the company which made the software behind it. I doubt this could ever seriously impact the amount and scale of deepfaked photos and videos, as many of the current tools that produce them are open source. You won't be able to trace the creator of a fake photo, nor the tool he used to create it. Such draconian regulation will also have knock-on effects on what AI can be developed. The same tool that produces fake text could also help create AI doctors to talk to their patients. Nobody wants to do the utilitarian calculations to see which will cause the greatest distress and which has more value. Do we hamper future beneficial technology to save the authenticity of the present? The other side of the argument says that we just need to make the AI fact-checkers better. Eventually, the arms race will end in our favor, they say. When? Who knows? How many people will have their realities completely altered by the time we get it right? No idea. How great will the conspiracy theories be once we do? Can't say. Neither side has, in my opinion, a good answer to the problem. Even if either side succeeds, it will take time, which only means that everyone will have to decide what is true and what is fake. A sizable portion of humanity already has a problem separating fact from fiction and mistaking what is objectively true from what is subjectively a point of view. It seems to be that leaving something like this up to the masses isn't going to result in everyone critically examining all facts. However, while everyone won't help, anyone can. There are already platforms whereby fact-checking is crowdsourced, and this has already tremendously cut down on misinformation and disinformation. Not by stopping it, but by showing what the variable facts say in any situation. Will this stop the problem of deepfakes? However, crowdsourcing fact-checking means that we can bring together as many different people as quickly as possible to democratically show what is real and what is false. It may just give us this time until the technologists and regulators find a real solution. Yet that is all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will join me again next time as we explore further questions about artificial intelligence and consciousness. I have been your guide, and this has been the guidebook to making AI friends.